Stop. So, sorry it took me so long to answer my question that I gave all of you guys. But yeah, the answer is, of course, Eff Stop, who, like I said, I feel is probably one of the 10 best friends in the game. He's probably closer to 10 than 5, like 8 or 9. I couldn't actually tell you what I think the top 10 are off the top of my head, but I definitely feel he is up there. He is insanely strong right now. There are just so many good events that he can recur, and he's almost always worth it. Now, the first event that you get back does cost 3. And if you're only going to get one event back, you're better off with Coco Pomel Refurbisher, of course. She costs 3, she's 3 power, she gets you one event. But if you're going to recur a lot of events, the first one costs 3, and then every single one after that costs 1. And that's incredible value. There are so many things, so many things that are worth recurring. For interdimensional portal, if interdimensional portal was a spell that cost 3 that had the text "return this to your hand," it would be ridiculously strong, right? That's what Eff Stop does. It turns portal into adds 1 cost and comes back to your hand. So he is so strong that I legitimately feel that if you were running at least 9 events and you are anywhere near white, you should be running Eff Stop. Because the more events you run, the more value he is. Now, if you're only running 3 events, he's almost certainly not worth it. But I think the threshold is about 9. It might be 12. You probably shouldn't run him in your aggro decks no matter how many events you're running, but ideally your aggro decks aren't running that many events to begin with. Maybe 9 would be top level. But yeah, he is really, really strong. So he can get back removal, obviously. He can get back things that score you points, like Fashion Week. That's a great tactic that I used back in what was the Absolute Discord era. I had a white-orange deck that used him and Eff Stop as my alternative win condition. He can get back cards that prevent the opponent from confronting without removal, like Popping Corn or Interdimensional Portal or Nap Cakes. He can get back things that make friends, like Rise and Shine, which is great fun. He is just one of the most. He's just got one of the most utility in the game. I would hands down say he's the most powerful 1 power friend in the game. The 2 immediately behind him would, of course, be Cloud Chaser and Gyro. And he's only going to get better as we get more sets and we get more powerful events. I mean, he just does so much for you. And I don't think that people realize how valuable it is to be able to always have an interdimensional portal in your hand, always have a Nap Cakes in hand. Considering how many decks run nothing but 2 power friends, always having a Nap Cakes in hand is incredibly strong, especially since almost every entry in the game right now is 2 power, right? So they play their entry friend, then you Nap Cakes it. Now, if they want to play that entry friend again, they have to draw it and play it, and you're just going to get that Nap Cakes back, and you're making tons of profit, and they can't play the friend that they actually want to play unless they save a ton of AT. And that's just not going to happen, right? So I don't even think I could have a list of events that are good to recur with him. There are just so many of them. Like I said, probably the things that you should be thinking of the most are things that give you points, things that remove friends from the opponent's board, and things that prevent them from confronting without removing things from the board, and things that advance your board position. So, an example of those 4 that I've already given in order would be Fashion Week, Yoink, maybe, or Rock, Paper, Scissors, Shoot, kind of thing. Um, Popping Corn and, of course, Rise and Shine. So, what about his flavor, huh? I have no idea what his flavor is, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what the name means, Eff Stop. I've never heard of this term outside of him. He's one of the three photographer ponies that were in Premiere, alongside Action Shot and Big Shot, but I get those names. Those names make total sense to me, but Eff Stop, I have no idea. Is it a photography term? I really don't know. Now, he is a muckraker, so he's, with the tabloids, I guess. But, yeah, I guess even ponies have tabloids, I guess, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure this was from the Rarity Fluttershy episode with photo finish, right? I haven't actually gone back to verify this, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where he's from. But yeah, I really don't have much flavor to say about him. He's got an interesting tail and mane color, this really light blue. It goes really well with his white, and he's got a really snazzy hat. Really don't know what else to say. Maybe someone can tell me what kind of camera that is. I have no idea. I'm not a camera buff at all. Really, he's just a powerful card. I I know everyone I know who uses him in a competitive deck uses him to just plain nefarious purposes. Like Nation uses him to recur not F Stop. That's who he is. He uses Nation uses F Stop to recur nap cakes and interdimensional portals, and he used to use gyros to go find the things. I know someone in the Seattle area who uses it to recur a whole bunch of pink removal, and someone else who uses it to recur, what is that card called? A big mix-up? Yeah, not a simple mix-up, a big mix-up, which has either removes friends from play or scores you points. So it does, it's a double threat in that way, which is normally not that powerful a card, but when you're playing it every turn, yeah, that can get really annoying really fast, right? And of course, I use it in my Zipper Will deck, which, like I said, with Rise and Shine, that's just great fun. It's an immediate speed TSUV that costs one less. What's not to like? So yeah, Eff Stop. Look into him if you want to play Control. I've said for a while now that I think white is the strongest color, and Eff Stop I feel is a big reason for that. If you're playing white and you're not playing aggro, highly consider running Eff Stop. I've said this enough times by now, so I think that's going to be it. Thank you, Nation, for submitting Eff Stop. I think he's absolutely a card that is worth talking about. I just wish I wish I had conveyed it more smoothly, but I hope you all get the point. He's really, really strong. Anyway, next card on the list is Wardrobe Malfunction. Yeah, I bet a lot of you don't even know what that does, but I do. And in my opinion, it should have been called, I didn't put that in my bag. Anyway, we can talk about that next time. See you later, guys. Bye.